If you worry, don't pray. My homie told it to me just the other day. From the tall castle walls to the mean teeth streets, I hope you get what you want and that you want what you need. Amen.
Thank you. Everyone have a seat. Be comfortable. Relax. I gotta tell you. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. I need you guys to know something. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and don't get freaked out. This is gonna be my last special for a minute. It's all good. It's all good. Listen to me. I did it in Detroit for that reason. That's right. You wanna know why? Because I talked so much shit about Detroit in the first special, I figured I might as well do the last special here. Sorry about that, by the way. First of all, before I even start, I want to say that I'm rich and famous. And the only reason I say that is because the last 17 months were hell, and I cannot imagine what everybody went through, but I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy you're well, and I hope everyone you love is okay. I don't want you to worry about me. I'm vaccinated. I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I gotta admit, that's probably the most niggerish decision I've made in a long time. I walk in the doctor like, give me the third best option. I'll have what the homeless people are having. So far, so good. And I know you probably heard on the news, I did get coronavirus. And it was something else. Like, okay, first of all, when the doctor told me I had coronavirus, I gotta tell you, I was surprised how it made me feel. I felt dirty. I felt gross. Because I'd been walking around Texas, just touching doorknobs and shit, hands all moist. Tipping niggas with cash. Here, take this to your family. I must have killed thousands of people just trying to get tonight's show together. So I hope you appreciate it, because a lot of niggas died for me to get this one off. I hadn't felt that dirty in a long time. Last time I can remember feeling dirty like that, man, I must have been a little boy. I was being molested by a preacher. Oh, don't feel bad for me. I liked it. I used to get a kick out of coming in that fella's face. Well, he asked me to do it. They make you quarantine. I had to quarantine for 10 days at least. They said, you're gonna have to stay in the room. I didn't go nowhere. And it started making me nuts, because I would just sit in the room and watch videos all day. Now, you know what I was watching? And I hate to say this, but there was a lot of videos, sadly, of black people beating up Asians for no reason. Oh, these attacks were unprovoked. I couldn't believe it. And I was sitting in the room watching this shit. It was stressing me out. I was stressed already, because the whole time when you get coronavirus, at least the first 5 days, you wait, see how sick you're gonna get. And it turns out, and this is true, I didn't get sick at all. Not a cough, not a booger, not a fever, nothing. Look at me. I am the Magic Johnson of coronavirus. I just sat in the crib and got stronger all week. But I was stressed because I kept watching these videos of my beloved black people beating up my beloved Asian people and being so cruel. And the whole time I watched those videos, this is fucked up, but I couldn't help but feel like when I saw these brothers beating these Asians up. It's probably what's happening inside of my body. I didn't get sick. I also saw a lot of videos of UFOs. I mean, what the fuck has been going on with that shit? These niggas are here. These UFOs keep coming to Earth, and it made me think of an idea for a movie. It sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth. That they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth and decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it Space Jews. Space Jews. All right. It's gonna get worse than that. Hang in there. It's gonna get way worse than that. Then I thought of an idea for a children's book. I actually wrote it. It's coming out soon. The book is designed to help parents teach their children about racism, which, if you're a parent, you know is an impossible concept to teach to a child. But I'm doing it. The book is about a big, strong, beautiful black man with a benign, regular-ass white name. And he has a white speaking voice. So whenever this motherfucker calls to get a reservation at a restaurant, oh, he gets the reservation. That name and that voice, who could resist him? Now, I should tell you, this black man is literally an actual giant. And he's a strong dude. And when he shows up to them restaurants, they see that big, giant black dude, they say, you can't come in here. And they call the police. And in every installment of the book, the police come and they always shoot him. But remember, remember, this guy is a giant. These bullets don't kill him. They don't even hurt him. They just break his heart. It's called Clifford the Big Black Nigger. Anyone?
Please help me welcome to the stage the co-creator of Chapelle Show, the one and only Neil Brand.
Hi, Dave. Honestly, I don't know how this night came to be. Dave doesn't tend to like formal events. Normally, he dresses like a window washer. I can only imagine his wife Elaine said to him, babe, how could I get you to stop smoking for 2 hours? And Dave, assuming it would never happen, was like, you'd have to get Jon Stewart, Sarah Silverman, Neil, Q-Tip, Tiffany Haddish, Lorne Michaels, John Legend, Bradley Cooper, and say, Morgan Freeman. To fly to DC and honor my talent. Elaine said, great, October 27th. And Dave was like, shit! Dave gave me a career. We met in 1992 at a comedy club in New York City. We wrote a few jokes together over the years, but I'd always hoped we could do something bigger. Then in 1997, Dave calls me and goes, hey, if Universal reaches out to you, tell them we're writing a weed movie together. And I was like, what weed movie? And Dave said, don't worry about it. Next thing I know, someone from Universal calls me and asks, are you writing a weed movie with Dave Chapelle? And I was like, yes. And they go, when can you pitch it to us? And I was like, in 30 days' time. So we had a month to figure the pitch out, and finally on day 29, I called Dave, and I'm like, dude, we got to work this weed movie out. And he goes, what weed movie? Anyhow, the day before the pitch, we outlined Half-Baked. It took the full day, about 16 hours, and that attention to detail really showed up on screen.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't even move.
It's like I feel stuck here, yo.
Cut to January of 1998. Half-Baked opened against Good Will Hunting, Wag the Dog, As Good as It Gets, and oh yeah, Titanic. Right? It was a critical and commercial flop, and quite frankly, isn't very good. A couple years later, after the stink wore off, both professionally and personally, Dave and I were on the phone again, which was a thing people used to do. And he says to me, hey man, we should do a TV show like Playboy After Dark. Now, if you remember what Playboy After Dark was, get your affairs in order because you're on death's door. If you don't remember Playboy After Dark, it was a super laid-back TV show in the 1970s hosted by Hugh Hefner, who was a magazine publisher and mild sex trafficker. Imagine Jeffrey Epstein with a grotto. Anyway, Dave and I figured out a rough format for what would come to be Chapelle Show. Went around pitching to a few networks. HBO didn't go great. The woman actually said to Dave, and I quote, why do we need you when we have Chris Rock? See, back then, there could only be one popular black comedian at a time, unlike today, when there can be three. So then a few minutes later, we pitched to Comedy Central, and they bought it. We made the pilot for Chapelle Show, we got picked up to series, and the show went really well, like absurdly well. Like so well, you gotta go to Africa well.
Our top story, as we all know, Congress recently approved paying over $1 trillion to African Americans as reparations for slavery.
And I got enough cigarettes to last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, biatch!
When we started the show, I knew Dave was the funniest person I'd ever met. By the end of the show, I knew Dave was one of the funniest people who'd ever lived. There were times where he would just improvise something that we'd never talked about before, maybe never even thought about before. Clayton Bigsby's entire speeches about breathing the white man's air and Will and Grace, all improvised.
If you don't like Will and Grace, that don't mean there's something wrong with you. It means there's something wrong with Will. He's homosexual.
Tyrone Bigham's speech to the kids about doing drugs with Mickey Mouse, totally made up.
You know what dog food tastes like? Do you? It tastes just like it smells. Delicious.
Rick James saying it's a celebration, and fuck your couch.
Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch.
And what do the five fingers say to the face?
Slap.
He made it all up. Writing and directing Dave sometimes was as simple as me standing on set with my jaw hanging open like, cut? The thing that I love about Chapelle Show is it allowed Dave to be his entire self, to express his intellect, his anger, his morality, his silliness, his hypocrisies, his sadness, his blazing talent. Chapelle Show was a rare thing. It was a fully faceted document of a human being living in the United States of America while having the surreal experience of being born with black skin. So, you know, Playboy After Dark. Also, the show was personal. See, I always felt like Dave blamed me for the failure of Half-Baked. So one day we were shooting a sketch where Dave quit the show because he got Oprah pregnant. And we're doing a scene where he's going like rampaging through the offices, and he gets to me and he dumps trash over my head. And here's why I suspect he blamed me for Half-Baked. As he dumped the trash over my head, he said, "This is for Half-Baked." All right, as you can see, he claims that I actually wrote that line and told him to say it, which is the only time this entire evening that I'll be receiving any credit for Chapelle Show.
Me and Dave are both from D.C., which means that we start our careers taking the train to fucking comedy shows. Dave Chapelle is the oldest young comedian in the fucking business. This motherfucker's 44, been doing comedy for 43 years. This motherfucker was born, came out, wah, knock, knock, motherfucker! With a cigarette in his hand at the same time. The Dave Chapelle Show. Being on that show changed my life. But one character in particular, Ashley Larry, a lot of people remember me as Ashley Larry. And when we did that, Dave was like, "Donnell, what are you gonna do to prepare for the role of Ashley Larry?" I said, "I'm gonna take a shower, nigga. And just dry off. I'll be the ashiest motherfucker in Hollywood."
I'm from Washington, D.C. Chocolate City. For us, nigga is a pronoun. We have very thick skin. We don't shy away from the jokes. In fact, humor was our mode of survival. The only reason I never got my ass whooped on these streets is because niggas knew I'm hilarious. I was getting ready to start high school. We had a principal named Ralph Neal. That nigga had just seen Lean on Me and was walking around with a bullhorn like that was him. I had just gone to middle school in Ohio. I was gone for 3 years. In the 3 years that I was gone, crack came out. I came back to Washington. You guys remember crack, don't you? You remember what it did to this city. That's why it's strange to see so many white people jogging and pushing strollers and things. Because all these niggas in D.C. did the heavy lifting. We did the hard part. This is a black city. They call it Chocolate City, not because shit has nothing to do with chocolate. That was niggas.
This is my Bible. My son just turned 18 years old. Best day of my life because he's one of the trios I have. I have 3 kids and he's the last. 18 years old, and that's a man that's in his 50s. When you see your kids get 18 years old, that is your chance for you to live your life. I tell my kids all the time, once you turn 18, our relationship has changed. How is that, Daddy? I said, let me explain. I am no longer the provider. I am the advisor. So when you got a problem now, nigga, I say, this is what I would do if I was you. But you was raised right, nigga. Make good decisions. Close the door so me and your future stepmama can get busy. No, man, when your kids become an adult, it is your time to capture the things that you wanted to do, that you sacrificed by raising in them. I tell people all the time, kids are the most expensive thing you will ever purchase, to ever have in your life, because they at the maximum, they're dream killers. At the minimum, nigga, they're dream delayers. Because you done put what you wanted to do to facilitate their growth. And when they get 18, it's your time for you to do the things you need to do because you're in the 4th quarter of your life. But some of y'all don't. Y'all still be in your kids' lives when they're 18 as if they was an adolescent. And I don't blame most of y'all because y'all let these kids around here manipulate you. Because them kids sit down and throw that guilt on you. They've been in your life and seen some of the times when you was at your lowest point. And they throw that shit in your face. They also know that there's things that you wanted to do for them that you couldn't do for them and you feel guilty about that and they play that shit on you. And I'm telling you right now, from the bottom of my heart, fuck these kids. Don't you let these motherfuckers fuck with you. I tell you right now, if you did everything to the best of your ability to provide for your kids, you are a great ass parent. Don't you let these little motherfuckers make you feel bad. I'm telling you right goddamn now. I wish one of my kids would tell me I'm not a great ass father. I only got one question for them, period. If I'm not a great father, nigga, who are you comparing me to? Who this mythological black man you think gonna make the sacrifices I did and all this for you like I did? Take you to all these activities, go to your basketball game, be there for 3 hours, and your ass don't even get in the game. Me and you sitting on the bench. You could have FaceTime me this bullshit, sitting over there like you assistant coach and shit. Since we comparing, you ain't a good ass child. Almost lost my job fucking with your ass. Fuck these kids. These ain't jokes. I had a time to spend time with my son and they make me learn that our kids are not built like us. My son don't have no swag, zero, nada, none. Told him the other day, let's ride, Clyde. This nigga like, who's Clyde, daddy? Get your ass in the car. I just want to know who Clyde is. Is he a friend of yours? No, nigga, you Clyde. My name Nathaniel. Open your mouth, let me swab you. You gotta understand, you can't raise your kids the way you was raised. It does not apply. The way we was raised does not have nothing to do with our kids. You got to understand that we are inner city parents raising suburban kids. So all the things we went through does not apply to these little soft motherfuckers we dealing with. You put your hands on your kids, just one of the ass whooping that your mother and father gave you, put it on your kids, you'll scar these little soft motherfuckers for life. They can't do it. I just try to punish my son, send him to his room. This nigga write a suicide note. He be in there, daddy, I don't know how long I can take this shit. The walls are coming in on me. So this nigga can never go to jail. He can't even stay in his own room with an Xbox. These ain't jokes. My son got a concussion from falling in grass. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Hey, what's happened? What happened to him? I said, he tripped out back. They ain't built like us. You buy him a bike, you gotta get a helmet, shoulder pads, knee pads. You playing football or riding a bike, motherfucker. They not built like us. We used to go to the park, get on the swing set, and wrap the pole. Let one of these kids go to a swing set and try to wrap the pole. Come back, chain around the neck. She's like, get your ass down from there. Well, you said go around. Get your motherfucking ass. They not built like us. Can't leave them in the car when it's hot. Our mother left us in the car when it was hot. We was just smart enough to get the fuck out. And look at the door to see when she coming out. Oh, here she coming. Get back in the car. Get back. That's right. I was sitting over here. You right, you right, you right. I was over here. You right, you right. Fuck her. It don't take you no 3 hours getting no tuna fish. Our kids just stay in the car and die. Get your ass out the car. You said don't get out. It's 200 degrees, motherfucker. Die in the car. Stupid motherfuckers. Fuck these kids. But you ain't got to put your hands on no kids. Your kids ain't doing what they supposed to do. I done found their Achilles heel. I know exactly what you can get, how you can get them. They ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to do. Found their weakness. No, it ain't the phone, no. All you need to do, turn that motherfucker Wi-Fi off. They on that shit like crack. I ain't lying to you. My son, he be upstairs, I be calling him, come downstairs. Nigga, act like he don't hear me. I don't even call him no more. He don't do what the fuck he supposed to do. All I do is unplug that Wi-Fi. And they come to daddy, we ain't got no signal. Signal, daddy, signal. I was playing Fortnite. I was really doing that. This nigga's cracking, look at him. I ain't got no signal today. He'll look at me, Daddy, you got signal? I say, I got signal. I ain't get signal. Take that trash out, nigga. You take that trash out, nigga. I see 5G in your future. I'm Earthquake. I love y'all all day long. This is how we do it.
Everybody's mad at police now. I watched that. You see that shit on Netflix? The making a murderer. The Stephen Avery story. Yeah, well, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Stephen Avery is in more trouble than any white person in the history of the United States has ever been in. And a justice system designed for him to thrive, he's failed miserably twice. I can't even wrap my mind around it. If Making a Murderer was about a black dude, that shit would be called Duh. Of course everything can go wrong. Seems like he did it all right. The motherfucker even had $200,000 for his legal defense. That should get you off in Wisconsin. That's like OJ money. All he needed to get off that he didn't have was a single black juror. That's all it would have took. Because only a black dude in the United States can look at 11 other dudes and be like, I think the police did this shit. He's fucked up in the game. That's how OJ got off. I've been watching that new OJ show. I can't get enough of that shit. Doesn't it bring back good memories? But I forgot how like just how polarizing that OJ case was. And you know, I've met OJ Simpson on 4 different occasions in my life. And before the end of the show, I will tell you about each of those occasions. The first time I met OJ Simpson, I was in Santa Monica. Santa Monica? Yeah. I can't believe a black dude was like, Santa Monica. He was the last niggas I was expecting to say that. I see your shoes. You got some Vans on, nigga? What you got on? Santa Monica! You? At the time, I was 18. I had done a show, and then a guy from the club came up and was like, hey, O.J. Simpson's here, and he said he wants to meet you. I said, what? Fuck yeah. I ran down the steps, and O.J. was down there. He was like, hey, yo, man, how are you? It's very good to meet you, and you're doing really good work, and I hope good things happen for you in your life. I was like, man, thanks, Mr. Juice. Standing beside him, well, I don't know the nice way to say this, his soon-to-be slain wife. Ladies and gentlemen, man the fuck up or you're not gonna make it through the end of this show. Just man the fuck up. She's dead, you already know, we know what happened. We don't know who did it, all we know is that. Tell you that woman was very nice. She actually embraced me. She said, I think we're couple weeks ago, it was supposed to be a Oscars, can you make it? And I was like, sure, nigga, I'm on my way to the airport right now. Oh, come on, man. What am I gonna do about that water? What am I, a fucking superhero? I need to have fun. I need to live too. I didn't fuck that water up. Stevie Wonder was there. They didn't need me. I'm sorry, everybody. I've never been to the Oscars. You've seen the movies I make. I was excited as fuck. I knew I was gonna get in some trouble because when I was walking in the red carpet, the black press came after me. Excuse me, brother. When you hear somebody call you brother too much, something terrible's about to happen. Excuse me, brother. And then I looked back and the motherfucker had a tuxedo with the kente cloth tie. I said, uh-oh. He said, I just want to ask you a couple questions. I said, what publication are you with? He said, me, I'm with the Daily Bongo. I said, Daily Bongo? What the fuck? Who the fuck reads this? He said, listen, brother, I just want to ask you a quick question. You understand that this year, this is a boycott for the Oscars, so I'm just wondering what made you, of all people, cross the motherfucking picket line and be here tonight. I said, boycott? Nigga, I haven't been working in 10 years. You mean boycott? I've been on strike. Y'all niggas didn't stop working. I had to watch fucking Key and Peele do my show every night. Fuck the Daily Bongo is what I said. I went to Oscars and had a wonderful time. I went in that fucking green room. It was filled with so many stars, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Hollywood was seducing me all over again. I was sitting back there, I'm smoking, drinking with the stars. And then 2 Hollywood movie producers came over right to me. Oh my God, Dave Chapelle, said the leader one. He was obviously gay. Some guys you can just tell. The other one seemed like a money guy, like maybe he was from Texas or some shit. But the gay one was definitely the leader, because he did all the talking. And then he hit me with, so David, do you have any movie ideas that you would like to pursue? The truth is, I don't. But if you know the game, you're not supposed to tell motherfuckers you don't have ideas. I was like, yeah, man, I got plenty of ideas. And he called my bluff. Really? Like what? Huh? And then I just started making up shit that I thought maybe he'd like to see. I said, I have a superhero idea. He goes, really? I go, yeah, he's a gay superhero. He was like, really? What's it called? Huh? Oh, it's called Same Hero, New Boots. It's about a gay sous chef in San Francisco. He gets bit by a radioactive rat on his shift when he's taking out the trash. And is blessed with powers beyond his wildest dreams. Supersonic, gay kind of powers. And he starts saving everybody in San Francisco. But at first, he only saves gay people. Later, he saves everybody, and the whole city just falls in love with him. The only problem is, no one remembers him when he saves them. Well, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they remember him? I said, because, dummy, he's gay. He keeps changing his outfit. People come up, thanks for saving, mister. What's your name anyway? And he's like, same hero, new boots, and that motherfucker flies away. He was like, I like it a lot. The Texan didn't like that shit at all. He was upset. That's impossible, gay superhero. I said, what? Well, I have others. I have a superhero you love because he's stronger than Superman and he fights for truth, justice, and the American way like Superman, but more than Superman. He beats up Mexicans for no reason. The Texan's like, you got my attention. I was like, man, this motherfucker is so strong, he can fly and do all this great shit. Only problem with this guy is he can't even activate his powers unless he touches a woman's vagina. Not a long touch, just a couple of pats.